Man, I got goosebumps watching this part. How good was it?
It's a really, really good scene.
I nearly soiled my pants.
Welcome to another episode of Neon Radio. I'm Reece.
And I'm Dan.
And this week we're doing Ford v Ferrari. Based on the true story of Carroll Shelby and Ken Miles, Ford v Ferrari follows the events of building a race car for Ford to defeat Ferrari in the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 1966.
Le Mans or Le Mans?
Le Mans. Le Mans. I don't know, man. Le Mans, Le Mans. Some of them say Le Mans in it.
You know, if you just woke up and you saw Reese's face like it was before, how would you feel?
Probably not good.
Let's say how good this movie is.
This movie is really good.
Yeah. It rips.
It rips. That's my line.
I'm stealing it.
This movie rips. It's really, really good. It has fantastic chemistry with its characters. That's the main thing that this movie has. Matt Damon and Christian Bale.
Matt Damon.
Are fantastic together as Carroll Shelby and Ken Miles. Their friendship.
It's good, but I was going to jump in.
Yeah.
Christian Bale in this movie, to me, is awesome. And we just recently did the reviews on the Dark Knight series.
Dark Knight trilogy.
And honestly, why do I always do that? I always just shake my head and do this. Must be the ethnic in me. Yeah, honestly, I think Bale as Batman, it shouldn't have been done.
It shouldn't have been done?
No.
I think it should have been done. He's good as Batman. He's fine as Batman.
Yeah, I don't think he was. Like, he plays.
He didn't get given much in the second and third film.
That's probably what the issue is. But as you know, as a an unsung hero, as Declan puts it, this is his role. Yeah,
well, I mean, this is also a very it's a dramatic, real role. It's something that there was a human being that lived this.
Yeah, I just like him as this character.
Well, then you should just watch his other movies like that.
Yeah, I should.
I should. Maybe start with Empire of the Sun.
Yeah, I still haven't watched that
I know,
yet.
I still haven't seen it either.
Oh, we should do that.
Either way, this movie, the chemistry between Ken Miles and Matt Damon is fantastic.
Yeah.
Their friendship. There's a little moment where they have some conflict. Without giving anything away, which feels really like what two friends may do in a really bad situation.
Yeah, it's played really well.
Yeah, because they never actually hurt each other.
They don't. It's just a wrestle.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that says a lot about these characters.
Yeah, there's respect there.
There's a lot of respect, and someone like Carroll Shelby, which had a big name, is friends with Ken Miles, which doesn't have a name at all except for like in underground racing.
Yeah.
So
he's not really liked though.
No.
Yeah, because he's
hot-headed.
He's hot-headed, but he's a perfectionist too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has like a
drive to I wouldn't say to win. It's a drive for perfection.
Yes, but he also has doesn't have tolerance for time being time poor.
Yep.
He fought in the war, which they describe
a heroic achievement too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, he's just can't take certain things. He's like, things have to be the way that they are. But he's also a really like strong family man.
I can say he's a pretty damn humble dude because he doesn't brag.
Not at all.
Yeah. He just says it his way and that's how it is.
And I mean, like, three things that really stood out to me within this movie is the chemistry between them.
Yep.
And then there's a few different scenes, but I can't go into the scenes.
We don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, the interpretation of Enzo Ferrari.
Yeah, there's one particular moment we can talk about. Yeah. Well, just briefly. Enzo Ferrari, it's like he's a mob boss. That's how it comes across to me. Yeah, and he can say whatever he wants. Yeah,
like I've been around Italians that talk like that. They're all about the respect, all about the like, don't belittle me. How they say things is like, you know, it's a very like old school mentality feel.
Yeah, but it's believable in this movie. Yeah. You can just imagine he has this meeting and then offset, he'll just go around and smash some bolognese. Or something.
Yeah. Wow.
But you just
Bit
imagine.
stereotypical.
No, you know what I mean? It's
But
just,
I'll tell you something. The
that non-nonsense-
stereotype's real.
Yeah.
It's
Come on.
real.
We know. Yeah. Or
We
he's
all like
smashing a panini on
Yeah.
short black. That's
Gets himself some salams, puts it in a.
that's how well it's played. It's
much.
so good. Yeah. It's awesome.
And also the dynamic, the third most important thing in this film. Well, I mean, the most important one is the chemistry.
Yeah.
And then the dynamic with him and his family is the second. And then third is just these amazing scenes.
Mm-hmm.
There's some very specific scenes as the Enzo Ferrari ones.
Yep.
Little, moment with him. Stuff like that.
Yep.
Really help to drive the movie forward.
Yeah.
And what about like the Shelby Ford scene in the movie?
Man, I got goosebumps watching this part. How good was it?
It's a really, really good scene.
I nearly soiled my pants. That's a take from the movie, by the way.
Oh my god.
Dude, imagine if you were head honcho of a massive company.
Yeah.
Right. You spent, was it $9 million?
Something like that at that point in time.
Yeah. Insane.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine that. And then you're driving these punsy little cars and you get into this car with a famous race driver with X amount of horsepower in it, and you're getting flying around this thing, the G-forces. Can you imagine how crazy it'll be?
Yeah.
It's a crying moment.
It turns him into blubber. Like, I mean, like that's pretty much what it does. He's a blubbering mess by the end of it.
Oh, man.
But, I mean, like the scene is just like, it's fantastically
It's
well
amazing.
played
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. And there's a line in it. If my papa saw this, man, that hit the heart.
Yeah.
And I think he knew then that he was on a winner.
Yeah. I mean,
It was cool. It was a special moment.
it was. And, I mean, the movie's filled with these special moments.
Yeah.
And it's one of those films where, it not only brings upon really strong characters with really strong relationships, but they've done so well technically with how they've actually created the cinematography for this
Mate,
film.
the cinematography in this is
gorgeous.
It's really, really good. Really good. It's just on that car scene when it's spinning around. That camera's rock solid on the bonnet.
Yeah.
Just that alone, it's like, hey, how'd you do that?
Yeah, there's no shake or movement, and I'm like, I'm fairly sure they haven't put much, shake. How they can get the shake off on. What is it called? I can't remember what it's called. On Final Cut, whatever. Yeah. They have probably better ones.
Destabilizer.
Yeah, destabilizer.
Yeah.
They haven't put. They didn't look. Doesn't look like they put like an on-screen stabilizer later.
No.
So they've done a really good job on that front.
Yeah, it looks really unique. The car scenes look really unique. There's a really good part that I like. Well, there's a lot of good parts. Is that the dusk scene when he's when Christian Bale's talking to his son.
Yeah,
really nice.
Yeah.
The first time Christian Bale goes onto the Le Mans track. Yeah. It's got that real nice blue light, and there's a car, like a truck, sitting in the background, just lighting up the scene.
Yes, yeah.
It's really good, man. Yeah. Really good.
There's specific shots that will stay in my mind for this film. Even there's a wide shot near the end with a sad moment.
Yes.
But even that shot, they've done really well.
Yeah.
So,
it's blocked out really, really well.
Yes, yeah. And in regards to what you were saying before, $9 million for the thing, what's it called? Ken Miles gets offered $200 a day.
This is hectic.
So if it was in 2019, this was 66. In 2019, it would be $1,600 a day.
US.
Yeah.
That's insane amount of money.
Crazy amount of money.
You'd be loaded. And that's another thing too, just real quickly, is you don't see that he lives in a mansion with all this money.
No.
He's just a humble dude. Just wants
to do his work.
Yeah.
He just loves cars.
Yeah.
And that's probably
awesome.
the biggest part of the movie. Like, I mean, if I was to give 3 things to this film, it's the chemistry between the characters, it's the family dynamic, and it's his desire to just do what he loves.
Yeah.
And they're the big takeaways from this film. They're 3 best parts of Ford v Ferrari.
Yeah.
Your final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Awesome cinematography. Amazing acting. It's good to see Bale and Matt Damon just work together on screen. Like we said, the chemistry is amazing. The family life, the political stuff that goes on behind the scenes. It's a really good movie. A really good movie. I'm giving this 9 out of 10.
So I've seen this movie twice. And the second run through, I didn't find it as enjoyable. But that's not to say the movie isn't good. It's only because I found the quiet moments more enjoyable and the racing in that less. I cared less for it, and we haven't even talked about the racing because it's just not in the forefront of the film.
I don't think you need to.
Yeah, it's
the build up to it. The blood, sweat, and tears that's gone into making a car
around it.
It's good.
So at the end of the day, I'm giving this an 8, but that's only because of rewatchability.
That's still a good score.
Yeah, and
it's an amazing score.
It's a beautiful film, and I highly recommend anyone watching it.
James Mangold on fire.
Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel and check out Spoil Radio for our longer, in-depth, spoil-filled podcast reviews.
Also, please follow us on all the socials, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. To keep up to date, we can find us under Neon Radio Reviews.
We also respond to all direct messages, so tell us, what do you want us to review next? Thank you for watching this week, and can you take us out, Dan?
Vroom, vroom, vroom.